Mayor, Council, I appreciate this opportunity to say a few words to you tonight on this subject. My name is John Fay Hatch. I have been a resident of this community my whole life. I represent many of those in our community, hundreds I believe, that are opposed to this resolution, and I feel an obligation to speak for them tonight, to say what they would like to say if they had the opportunity to be here. I would like for you to ask yourself a few questions before you take this vote tonight. First of all, what does Snowflake have to offer, or what do they have that is better than Taylor's that they could bring to this union? Are their roads better? Are their infrastructure better? Is their sewer system? Are their buildings? Do they do anything better than Taylor does? Is the potential for growth greater in Snowflake than it is for Taylor? What would be the benefits to us if this resolution was voted on tonight and went ahead and passed? If you list the benefits, I think most of those benefits would fall in the category of being a benefit for Snowflake, not for Taylor. I want you to think about that as you vote tonight. What do they bring to this union that will benefit Taylor? All we have to judge Snowflake on is their past actions and the things that have happened in past years. Is there anyone who can recommend that as a reason for voting for this resolution? I want you to think about for a minute, what will passing this resolution tonight accomplish? Will we be better represented? Will it save money? Will larger government be better or run cheaper or more economical? I don't think so. The one thing that it will accomplish is that we will lose our identity and our heritage. In not too many years, we will be just Snowflake. Taylor will cease to exist. Many of you out there don't understand that, those of you who are in favor of this resolution don't understand where we stand on this. I think you think we're trying to prevent a vote, that we don't like a vote on this subject, and that's not true. We think voting is a sacred right and a responsibility. In a worthy cause, we would stand by you shoulder to shoulder and see that a vote is taken. But in something that is so silly and something that is so wrong and something that will destroy our community and cause contention and strife, we feel an obligation to oppose it any way that we can. And that's what we're doing here tonight. It is offensive to many of us to think that we would be better off attached to another community, that our name would be attached to another community. Taylor has stood alone for over 130 years. Those things that have been accomplished in this community have been done by the hard work of its citizens and families and individuals and people like you who serve on councils and do the best they can to uplift and build our community. It hasn't been done by the League of Cities and Towns or by the Chamber of Commerce. It's been done by volunteers and those who love this community, and that's the way it should continue to be. Those things are at stake, all at stake, if this resolution is passed tonight. Is it worth that risk? It will only cause division, strife, and turmoil in our community. I would hate to see this council come under a recall or something of that nature. I can speak firsthand as the results that that has on a community, on families, and on individuals. It's not a pretty picture. I would hope that we would not be subjected to that and see our community tore apart. I want you to know that I love and appreciate Taylor. I love and appreciate Snowflake and our different traditions, our heritage, and those things that have transpired here since these communities were founded. We've come a long ways, and there's a lot yet to do. With your help and the help of the community, people of this community, we will continue to grow and become a great community, continue to be a great community for our families to live in. I thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you. Council, is there any discussion?
I'd like to make a few comments. I'd like to take just a minute to make a few comments. Now this issue has come before us and has been in front of us for a long time now. And in particular, this blue letter is just the latest that kind of brings it to the forefront. And as I read this letter and I looked at what it said, I realized that, you know, some of the things in there kind of made me upset, kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, and thought they were wrong. So I started writing my comments on some of these things, on what they said, and tried to counteract what they're saying, or to point from my point of view. And I realized, it took till 2 o'clock in the morning this morning to realize that what had really done to me is made me angry. It brought contention in my life, and it really made me realize that it seems like that's what this letter is saying. It's not really wanting to bring out facts. It's wanting to stir up anger and contention in this community. And there's been talk about, if this issue comes up, that it's going to bring contention and anger. You're right, it did. It's right here. I don't see how this calling the people in Snowflake corruption, talking about illegal activities and things like that, is really talking about the issues. It's muddying the water to stir up the people, to make them angry, rather than finding out the facts and making them angry. No, I'm not talking to Mike. Sorry. I feel like that the people haven't had a chance to look at this, and there's lots of reasons why. I mean, there's been talk about a business plan. There's lots of ideas out there, and I've talked to many people that think that they have some ideas. But what's the point of talking about these ideas and putting a business plan together if it's never going to be taken to the people? If we say no now, then what's the use of talking about? What's the use of having a plan if the 7 of us make that decision? Let the people decide. Let the people have a say. Let the people bring out the ideas, good, bad, indifferent, and then we can make an honest, educated decision on this thing and let everybody have a say. That's all I have to say. Thanks.
No, and we won't have any outbursts either. So if any other council members have a comment? I do.